Hello everyone, Wandering Brownie here, and we're back for another dramatic reading. Now, you guys may or may not remember, but one of my first dramatic readings was of a story called Pointless by the Dark Avenger. It was a very good story. More recently, the Dark Avenger posted a sequel called Sleep. And so that is what we are reading today. Today we are going to read Sleep by the Dark Avenger. The small radio on the desk quietly hums a mellow tune. The Princess of the Night sighs and dips her quill in the inkwell again. Do not let my efforts go to waste. To my knight, beauty is secondary. She lifts a forehoof to rub her eyes. Despite being a mare who works while the sun sleeps, for the first time after countless years, she feels exhausted. Even before her banishment, when she had toiled away through the whole night, she never yearned so much for the dawn to bring her respite. But the letter must be finished. Some pony else out there, a friend, is forced to stay awake, all but praying for a response. Thank you again for writing to me. I hope I have been able to help you. Your grateful friend, Luna. Her horn lights up and the letter lifts into the air, curls up and dissolves into a cloud of sparkling blue vapor. It lingers in her grip for a moment before zooming off toward its destination. Luna smiles and gives a sigh of relief. Her hooves stretch and brace themselves on the desk as she prepares to stand up. But at the last second, she hesitates. The fatigue from before now creeps over her even stronger. It seeps into her mind faster than she can react. Yawning, she rests her head on the desk and closes her eyes for a moment, only wanting to give them a few minutes in blissful darkness. An odd noise rings out from above her. She jolts awake, looks up, notices a small mote of light drifting above. It slowly weaves back and forth, almost in a hypnotic way. Her eyes follow its every move, and her jaw drops slowly, entranced by the motions. The mote dances about it for a minute or two, and eventually flies off towards the window, near the ceiling, as though it were trying to escape. Curious, she pushes herself off the desk and floats up after it. Her motions are slow and deliberate, something inside telling her to be careful, lest she scare it away. The two of them hover near the window, the mote just a few feet from her face. She reaches out, only for the light to scurry away, the window sliding open to let her pass through. Luna blinks, a small smile tugging on her lips, and she drifts after it. The cool night air caresses her coat as she floats outside to chase the dart of light. It weaves between the tall spires of Canterlot, staying just out of her reach while going ever higher. Luna huffs in frustration and follows. Before long, the towers disappear, and the lights of the city fade around them, revealing the pure darkness of the night sky, pockmarked by countless stars. The mote of light flickers and appears to stop moving. Luna grins victoriously and drifts closer. She tries to reach for it, only for her hoof to wave in front of her face, not touching anything. She moves closer, but the dart does not change in size or shape, not to mention distance. She blinks, and as her gaze wanders, she notices that the light is now exactly like all the others around it. Luna stops and opens her wings to keep her afloat, only to gasp when she realizes that they had been folded up the whole time. She kicks out with her legs in surprise, eyes widening as her body accelerates and spins in response, as though she was swimming in some invisible ocean. Looking down, she gasps again, finding herself in high orbit above the planet. Her limbs flail in confusion and slight panic, since her short ascent did not seem fast enough to get her all the way up here. To her left, the moon drifts calmly, bright and soothing light radiating off its surface. The sun is nowhere to be seen, except for a few rays of its light poking out to her right, just beyond the edge of the globe. Luna stares in awe, both at the blue and green giant beneath her, and at the silver orb that circles around it. Stifling a giggle, she stretches out her hoof towards the moon, feeling an odd urge to do so, but not actually expecting to touch it. Something feels different again. She is small now. Her forelegs are short and stubby, not unlike those of a filly. Her eyes widen as the tip of her hoof meets a cold, hard surface. She caresses the moon and slowly brings it back towards her, turning it into a little ball in her hooves. Sitting down in the invisible aether, she rolls the orb around in front of her and giggles to herself. A voice makes her ear twitch, and she looks up. Another brownie's there, smiling at her from afar. A familiar face, pink mane and bright white coat. Something round and shiny is among her hooves, much like her own ball, except a different color, along with what looks like tiny flames all over its surface. Luna gasps when she feels warmth radiate from it, even at such a distance. The other filly trots up to her with a wide smile. The two sit down face to face. The newcomer giggles and rolls her ball towards Luna. She gasps and rolls her own back in response. The toys trade hooves. Both fillies gawk at the new things once they arrive. Luna spins the fiery sphere for a while, marveling at its sight. But the sun feels very hot, making her hooves hurt. She yelps and quickly rolls it back. Looking over, she can see that the other is struggling as well. She shivers with the moon in her grasp, one hoof trying to hold on while her breath tries to warm up the other. Before long she gives up, sends it on its way, and welcomes the returning sun to take in its warmth again. Luna grabs the moon, its cool surface soothing after the strong heat. They giggle and trade the sun and moon a few more times, curious about each other and the things they possess, but not wanting to keep each other's toys for long. Eventually they agree to stick to their own, and the sunny filly waves her goodbye. Luna giggles and waves back. She puts the moon back in its place and paddles in the aether with her hooves, drifting onward playfully. Stars drift past all around her. At first they appear to be spread at random, like tiny specks on a dirty floor. Then she sees them gathered into clouds of all shapes and sizes. Some of the clouds look like wild animals. She sees whole flocks of birds lined up, a big whale chasing them. Other clouds look like ponies, most of them playing around or sleeping. Some of the shapes even seem to be letters, though no actual words are formed. One of the clouds, as though to mock the whole idea, just forms a star shape. Luna giggles and reaches out again. Her legs are bigger than before, and now they can actually touch the motes of light. She gathers a hoofful and holds them against her chest. Stars are like tiny fireflies in her embrace. They buzz and make her coat tingle slightly. She yelps and lets go when they zap her a bit stronger. Blinking, she watches as they coalesce into a strange creature that vaguely resembles a serpent. It points at her, throws its head back, mouth open, and shakes uncontrollably. "Hey!" she pouts. "Stop laughing at me!" The serpent drifts away, its tail staring up the clouds along the way, turning animals into furniture and letters into literal letters, sight of which made the young alicorn giggle. He waves goodbye to the creature and moves on.